I'm Jessica Peresta, host of the Elementary Music Teacher Podcast, a part of the Education Podcast Network. Shows on the network are individually owned and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting education podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shannon Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology and instructional coach for my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin. And I've taken a moment to breathe, reflect, and make sure both of our microphones are on. I'm warning everyone that I'm going to be
super distracted today by today's website.
10 distracted today by today's website because they're fantastic. And that's an important thing. But, we're coming to the end of the year, so you need some things that are a little bit more late.
Sometimes you just need like a break, like a mental break. You need just some calm, just need something.
Just need something.
And so we're here at episode 213.
Eesh.
We are in May, and man, are we in May. And so as I was digging through sites, I was like, oh, but this one's good, and this one's good, and this one's good. So this is one of those weeks where I was like, we need to talk about three things. But they all go together, and you can use them for like a minute in your classroom. Like, we're all going to take a minute because we all need a minute.
Literally 1 minute.
One of them is 1 minute. Yes.
Yeah.
Little break. Sometimes, it's May. It's May, everybody. We all know how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So the three sites that I put together, like the highlights. So like my top 5 things, like what they'll be helpful for. To hopefully relax your students, or I'm even thinking as like a teacher, like when you need a break at this point of the year, like if you get 5 minutes to yourself, you could spend 1 minute doing these and it might just help.
Yeah.
So relax a little bit, whether it's kids or you. These can be done as whole class. You don't have to sign up for any of them. So you can do them as whole class. Kids can do them on Chromebooks if they're still allowed to have them unless they've been taken away. If you want to put on a smartboard, you can put on a smartboard.
I could see the first one that we're going to talk about being one that you could use, like if you have a specific student who needs like to calm down a bit.
Yeah.
This one could be used like individually as well.
Yes, absolutely. Or just like after lunch or something, like after recess, come in, like open it up, like have it in Google Classroom or like one place, like a one quick link, and they can go to it and they can all just take a minute. They all can bring you a moment of calm. A couple of them can bring you like a little few more moments of calm. They also can rile you up, and apparently it'll be super distracting. So,
What?
We'll get there.
What?
Anyone can use them, whether it's adults or kids. Like these are just like user friendly.
Yeah.
There's sounds in them, and it's actually interesting because there's sounds in all three of them, which the last one we're going to talk about the sounds, like it's calming, like as you do it, because it's the sound of sand, which sounds really fun, but you'll see in a second. And then these would be great for brain breaks too. So there's some great way to build these in. And again, you can always use these throughout the year or suggest them for the summer. But in May, I was thinking, you know what? Sometimes we just need a little something and something different that we haven't tried before. Like we do bouncing balls with, sound levels in our classroom. And there's many things that we use throughout the year. And I thought maybe just throw some new ones in there to
good.
Whatever you can do.
Change it up.
The first one we are going to talk about, first website we're going to talk about, it's called Pixel Thoughts. And the site itself is pixelthoughts.co. So pixelthoughts.co.
Okay.
And what it is, it's meant for mindfulness. It's meant to acknowledge something that is stressful and to help you not get rid of it, but take it out of the forefront of your thinking. So it gives you these cool little stars, and it's got background music that's like calming, meditative background music. And it says, put a stressful thought in the star. So I typed in like end of the school year.
Yeah.
And then it says like, what is bothering you? And you can type in. And then once you hit done, it puts it in this like little moon shape.
Yep.
And as it's playing, are you going to play the music?
Yeah, let's see. So we'll say clients. All right. So I'm going to hit
and then
done.
It tells you to take a deep breath in and breathe out. And it takes your stressful moment and it just makes it smaller and smaller on your screen. And it like tells you it's going to be okay, that there's a lot more things going on in the rest of the world than just your thought. So like this thought is minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Like we all have things that like stress us out, whatever. And it points out like,
how come mine's getting bigger? No, I'm just kidding.
It points out just like how like our thoughts that we like focus on then end up, stressing us out. And it's just the whole goal is like it's literally 60 seconds. And you can keep like each day you could do this with your students or with yourself, honestly. Yeah. Take 60 seconds to take a breath, acknowledge like this is what I'm thinking. I am hoping like we need to like de-stress for a second. And like that's it. Like that's the whole thing. And it's just 60 seconds of de-stressing.
And then it just disappears with the other stars.
Yep. And it just joins the rest of the stars in the galaxy. And then
life goes on.
Was this helpful? Sure. And then you
buy
can
me
just
a
go
coffee.
buy me a coffee. We love buy me a coffee. And then you just go like, you can just start over like anytime. So that could be a link that you go to or you have your students go to, or maybe just a student needs like a 60-second break.
Yep.
And that would be a way to build that in. So it's super fast. Type in what you think, take some deep breaths, and then move on with life. Or move on to the next tool.
But again, that one is called Pixel
Thoughts
with an S.co.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So our second site is going to take away the calm slightly. So
are we ready?
Are we ready? So the second one is like, if you're feeling a little frustrated or you just need to get some things out or make a beat because we need a little music. Sometimes you like a little music and creating something for a little break. Here's like everyone can have 3 minutes in the classroom and we are going to play. I haven't introduced the site yet.
I know, but
this is where we're at with the site, everybody. Just so you know. So it's called Patatap.com.
Patatap.com.
It's Patatap.com.
Patatap.
Tap.com.
Also, palindrome? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it palindrome?
Palindrome. So with Patatap, you do have to let it access your keyboard as music, but you don't have to sign up for anything. And basically, what you do is start typing. They can like what my name sounds like versus what like you're feeling, or you can just type things and it makes pretty pictures and you get like different geometric shapes and things like that. And as you can tell, it's highly entertaining. And so like you could just say, all right, everybody's like losing their minds, super distracted, because let's be real, that's where we're at. And take 3 minutes, set a timer on your board. And okay, everyone's got 3 minutes.
Yep.
Put in your earbuds, or I mean, if you really want to hear them all, you can hear them all. Welcome to
chaos.
And so 3 minutes and play. I mean, you don't have to set a time limit on it, but I mean, if you're going to let kids just play, this would be a great brain break if you need it. It's a way to create. It's fun. Like it is very entertaining. And it's like press any key A to Z and turn up your speakers and here we go. And so you have all of those. You can just play. It's just to play around, create music and create sounds and connect kids with sound and music. You could have them, which could be cool, is write out a code, like a letter code.
Yeah, like a
secret
pattern.
message or something.
Sure, yeah.
And then like their friends could type it and hear what it sounds like. There's different ways you could build that in where you can build it into your classroom with not just a brain break. Like it could be built into language arts where they're like decoding things. It could be built into math where they have to like type things. So there's different ways you could use it where like you're going to type out like how to spell numbers and like what does that sound like. So it connects sound with letters on your keyboard and it has cool patterns. So they could even search like what patterns, like what letters create circular shapes versus what letters create like line shapes or things like that. Yeah. So you could build in different ways into your classroom besides just typing around the keyboard. But if you want to just give them a little freedom for 3 minutes, they can type around their keyboard and like hear different sounds. So there's different ways you could use it in your classroom with a little structure to it as well to make it more meaningful. And then they'll find other purposes with it too.
Yep.
So
cool.
Patatap.com is highly entertaining and also can be distracting. So once you teach them how to use it, have them put their keyboards on mute. All right. So we've got 2. We've got Pixel Thoughts. We've got Patatap. And the third one is my favorite of the 3.
Yes.
Which I've been playing with now for a while. Is called Thisissand.com.
This is Sand.
You do not need Google Play. And you do not need, you can just play. Like you have the option of just playing. So they don't actually have to put the app on or anything. This is Sand, so Thisissand.com. Thisissand.com. And you can hear the sound.
Yeah, it might be hard to hear on this recording, but we can hear it in our loud headphones.
But it is the sound of sand pouring, and it's like a sand jar. So you know when you go to pour sand and make art, and you can make little like mountains and shapes and all kinds of things. So there's a circle in the upper right-hand corner. You just pick your color, and then you just use your mouse, and you can make little sand pictures. I am working on a mountain range right now, but you can do kind of an oceany kind of thing, or any way you want to make sand. It's just sand art, and it pours it, and it's super relaxing, and it's like satisfying. For those of you who like to make like ridges and then fill them in and make a straight line. And then it's kind of like a little Zen garden. Yeah. With sand on your computer, and you can change your colors to make your picture. I'll make sure our pictures make it onto the website on smartandwi.com so you can see the art that we have created with this. But it is really just sand and sound and color. And when you're done with it, you can click the little check mark. You enter your nickname if kids want to keep it. Oh. And then you can write a caption. Mountains of Calm. And then you can share it on Thisissand, or you can download your pictures so you can actually keep your pictures as well, which I think is cool. So once you create your art, you can keep your art. So that could be another thing is once the kids create something in Thisissand, they could do a piece of writing about it. Like this, like my mountain range is now going to be like the setting of an epic adventure I'm going to go write. Or you could have the kids write a reflection about like I chose these colors and like these shapes because I feel this way.
You can have them do like layers of the earth.
Yeah, for sure.
And for
make it science class. Yep. I could have my 8th graders do it. We're going to hike the kettles and the moraines this week, and they can make kettles and moraines so we can reflect on Ice Age Trail.
I might be a chaperone on that. We'll see.
So Thisissand is calming and entertaining. And again, like I said with the other sites, while we can definitely use these in our classroom, if you need a brain break for your own mental health or to support other people, I would definitely share these. And yeah, this is, you're just going to keep making, like, until you, like, fill it up and make it pretty, you just keep on going. For Thisissand, once you're done with your art, like I said, you can name it and download it. You can share it on Thisissand. They do have, like, a share place that you can share it. And then when you're done, you can click the little X, and it will discard the piece. And it says, like, lose this beautiful piece forever, and you can discard it, and then it's gone forever. Or you can keep it. So, and there's lots of other people's art, so you can see what other people have created. Yeah, with Thisissand, and some of them are very cool. They're actually like beautiful, like real pictures. Like they've spent lots of time. Yes, creating things, and thoughtfulness.
And you can also, by the way, you can turn off the sound if you want.
Yeah. So if you don't want to hear the sound, the sand sounds, you don't have to.
You just want the sounds of
silence.
Silence. Thank you.
So there you go. Hopefully, these 3 sites will help, some calmness here at the end of the year. If not, some entertainment for your students of things they haven't tried before.
Yeah.
And just some like little brain breaks in there or some different things to kind of mix it up a bit to see what they can create. Because they can create some cool things. And it's kind of fun to see that here at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So check out our 3 sites this week. Hopefully to stay calm, stay relaxed, and find some entertainment.
Yes. Pixelthoughts.co, Patatap.com, and Thisissand.com.
So thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Blue Sky, Threads, Facebook, Instagram at SmartandWI. And if you want to get more information on the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartandwi.com. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartandwi or visit smartandwi.com and click on that cute little purple coffee cup. Your donations help keep this show going. New episodes, not next week, but the following. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smart NWI website are those of the author, Shannon Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed on this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we sure hope they do.